Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 107. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on October 20th, 2024. I hope you enjoy the video. So we have a few more options here. Has it rained yet? No, it has not actually. It was raining, it rained last stream. Hasn't rained this one yet. Now, one thing that I was thinking of, but I don't want to do, is I was thinking of having some other, like, designs popping out of here. That could be okay, but we're going to run into some of these treetops, and I'd rather not shave them off. Plus, it would look funny if they were growing underneath things. Now, we could do something where, like, maybe here we do 2, and then we, like, skip 2, and we do 2 more, or something. But this wall's already wide enough. I don't really want to make it any wider. So I'm kind of against that idea. For now. I could change my mind eventually, but not right now. Let's go ahead and break those out of here. Break our ankles. Ow. I'm gonna put up another ladder here, I think. Just to have an easy way of getting up and down that's not at one end. Also, we haven't eaten in a while, and I'm wondering if the bug of our satiation being stuck has hit us again. Okay, so we could also do a lower version of this, where like we have just a low crenellation, which is fine. We could also do something crazy like this. Well, this isn't that crazy, but we could have an alternating stairs in here as well, and we could even do that up here if we wanted to. Let's take a look at this from below. So from right below, you don't really notice a difference. Like, it's just flat there. So you have to come a bit away to see it. I don't like that too much. Plus, this would keep us from jumping over the edge, which from a safety perspective is nice. From a practicality perspective, since we have, you know, ankles of steel, I'm less interested in protecting ourselves from jumping over. So it might make sense to try spinning these around. That way we get some interest from both sides. Let's see how this works. So we'll do these here instead. I guess here we would still be blocking ourselves from jumping over, but here we can't see anything now. So I would think that this is probably the way to go. So here we have some definition to the edge of the wall. We can still see over. If we need to jump down real quick to get somewhere real fast, we can. Or to, you know, escape drifters or those new creepy crawlies 1.20 whenever they show up in our world. And I like that. Let's see how it looks from below. Better. That's much better. Absolutely. Go away. And now that I'm looking at it, so what we probably should have done is we probably should have made these blocks right here out of stairs. However, if you'll notice, the stair block texture doesn't really line up very well with the rest of the textures. Like, it just sort of gets offset. So I think I'm okay using the stairs up here, but I think for underneath here, we'll just chisel these down. New creepy crawlers, can I elaborate, please? You should go and sign up for the official Vintage Story Discord and take a look at what's there. Also check the Vintage Story news. There's going to be new monsters in 1.20. So they're very creepy crawly. I don't want to spoil them here because some folks might want to stay unspoiled. So I will not mention too much about them here, but they are very creepy crawly. Right, I wanted to finish this under here before we dig this out. That'll make that a lot harder. So let's do it. Let's finish this up. Well, what do you guys think? Crenellations okay? The alternating slab and stairs are the best, but it might need some crenellations on the bottom of the overhang as well. Yeah, we want to do something under here to make that interesting too. Probably maybe even do an alternating crenellation here, where we do, ooh, maybe like under areas where we have the taller bits, we would dig this in a block, and then underneath here, we actually have it poke out onto this block. So we need an extra block here underneath to handle that. So, yeah, I think we'll keep that in mind. I'm not going to do chiseling for a little while yet. I want to get the base design down, get it the whole way down to here, and then we'll look at chiseling some of this stuff, and maybe not even all of it, just sort of the important bits. Like some of the annoying stuff under here could be a good target. All right, so let's do some crenellations. We'll tear down these guys here. I like the shorter ones better by a lot. And I don't think we need to worry about these. We can this is really just an alternating 1-2 pattern. It's not really going to matter sort of where they end up because we can sort of fudge it a bit. Like if we have like a rising staircase, we can have the crenellation end early or have a difference in the pattern to indicate that change in elevation or design. So this is not much of a consideration. Bye. Not getting you. Bricks, worth it. Dirt, not so much. Alright. So, really? I just did that. Okay. Let's flatten those out. Get all these down. We need a few more because, again, this is already somewhat longer than 64 blocks, I think it is. Or, oh, here we go. Let's see. Maybe we don't need more. Oh, it's longer than 32. I get it. Okay. And we'll make sure they line up once we get to the end here. Yes, okay, good. And we'll just fill in with these guys. I think I'll hold off on here, because here we're going to have a staircase up to this level here. So we'll leave that alone for now. And the Mr. that likes the cypress leaves, or cypress trees. Me too. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Okay, yep. A few more here. And there we go. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's already a lot better. Just getting a little bit of definition to that top there. It doesn't take much. I mean, sure, this isn't like super fancy, but I like it. Okay, so let's get these bits under here done, and then we might look at doing some of the digging work here, and then filling in some of the foundations that we'll need to have showing here. Let's see. We'll throw you in here. We'll probably need more mortar here real soon. Throw you guys in here. And get those out of here too. All right. You're right, Oak Tree. The first chisel rough run will definitely add some stuff. And actually, hello. So in a build this big, the more you chisel, and actually there are a couple considerations to make. One is the more you chisel, and the more you get down to a finer and finer amount of chiseling or finer detail, the more you sort of have to do more on the rest of the build. So like if we need these arches really smooth and perfect, we kind of need to do that level of detail sort of everywhere. Otherwise, you end up with some that are like perfect and smooth and some that are blocky. So we need to pick a resolution that looks good and can be reused reliably. The other factor is that there's a decent chance of starving to death. Let's fix that problem first. Yeah, I hear you. There we go. Oh, that's empty. I thought we had 2 more in there. I guess not. But so, who was I was watching? I think it was Megagran. Actually ran out of RAM on their computer because of all the chisel blocks. So we need to sort of be a bit careful in terms of how crazy we get, because we could end up physically, literally unable to keep building. Now I do have 32 gigs of RAM in this machine, and I'm not really keen on upgrading to 64 just to have enough space for chiseling blocks. Given that I just upgraded to 32, and I'd have to replace all my DIM modules with the new stuff. What I don't know is if you chisel one block and make it really detailed, and chisel a second block and just like take one chunk out, do they have the same performance and RAM cost, or are they different? That's what I want to know. All right, so let's get under here. Let's do the thing with the ladders. The laddersing. How much of this can I reach from here? Not enough of it. Okay. Let's bring this ladder 1 block closer. Bring the ladder down to our level. Whoops. So it's kind of like this and then that. Yeah. Okay. I can't even... Oh, I can reach that. Oh, whew, good. 5. Okay, that works. I think here we're going to have a harder time, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Okay, we're okay there. This one is a bit dicier. No. Okay. There we go. Lake Filter says it's a perfectly legit reason to upgrade. Yeah, but I mean, so I just went from 16 to 32, and all my DIM slots are full. I have to buy a full, brand new 64 gigabyte kit and replace all my modules with it. And Kurizette might have a thing or two to say about that. Here, I'll put her on. You suggested to her. It'll go real well for you. No. There we go. Hey, Phil Boswell made it. Welcome, Phil. We just did a bunch of fill earlier. Filling with dirt, that is. Oops. I meant to do that. Oh, come on. Can I reach you? Not quite. Oops. Let's do like that. Ugh. The Mr. Trader says, so you're going to do a sort of arch design up underneath? Yep, that's what we're doing. So these will need to get chiseled down to be a little less, you know, chunkily. But that is the general idea. Let's maybe not break our ankles this time. Oak PCS is playing on a 16 gigabyte RAM laptop from 2007. Should you avoid chiseling? No, you should be okay. Just don't, like... I wouldn't build a build this big and chisel it. I mean, like to the size that we're going to build here. Like, you could build this wall and chisel it to your heart's content, up to here, and you'd probably be fine. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. A build this size, though, and chiseling, yeah, you'd want something that's not from 2007. There we go. And one over, oops, over here. Got it. All right, 2 more bays to go. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty chunky right now, but I think once this is all done, it'll make a lot more sense. You had a good PC, but a capacitor blew. Oof. I have had to fix my fair share of capacitors. It is not fun. Okay, let's get you. Sneak our way over here. And this side. Get that last little corner into there. That's the way to do it. Sound of water laughing at me. That's what it's doing. You know it. Step over your 3070 is almost 100% when you have VS open. CPU barely even touches the game. Are you not frame limiting? Like, I limit to 60 frames per second because it makes recording much smoother. So my GPU is like half asleep right now. I mean, I do stress it more because I'm recording and streaming at the same time. So there's that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, so we'll do right there. Boop. Is Vintage Story more taxing than a couple tabs of YouTube and Google Docs? Probably. Hey, Nikki Emmert is here, and I see Cameron Graves as well. Welcome to both of you. Alright, so from here, we want to start probably the sanding, which means we need to get our shovel sharpened and probably a fresh bin or two ready here. It might actually make sense. It might make sense for us to run home, make a few crates, like I'm talking like, probably like ebony crates, because they're pretty big inside. And then stacking a few crates out here and just throwing the sand in. We're going to have so much sand. And I don't want to get rid of it all because we might need it later. I don't know for what, probably more fill, really. But yeah, I think that'd be the smart move, would be to grow and grab some crates. We'll get some more food too, because we're almost out. So let's go ahead and make a trip home. Leave all the things here that we don't need for the trip, including the hammer. We will need a saw, though. We'll grab that. Maybe even the second saw, just in case. I'll grab the things from here that we don't want to leave here. This hammer's coming back with us. That was supposed to stay at home anyway. The bucket stays, and empty food containers. I said. There we go. Phil says, yes, you called. Stepburger says, you don't limit, but you don't want to because you have a 165 Hz monitor. That makes sense. And if you're not recording, then it's like whatever. Recording, though, it gets real funny. As soon as you get outside of a perfect 60 Hertz or FPS, you get really janky recordings and streams. Oddly, I tried 120, and although it could handle 120 just fine, it still resulted in a recording that was a bit jittery. It had like weird microstutters. I guess because of some of the frame timing delivery was like just off to where occasionally, like let's say you normally get every other frame, so frames 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Like sometimes it would be like, oh, you know what? Frame 7 came out slightly better timed than frame 8. So we'll do 7 and then 9, but then 10 beats out 11, so we go back to 10. So you end up with this sort of weird like kind of effect going on. I did not like that, so yeah, I'm a bit limited here when doing recording, but having grown up playing, and here I'm dating myself, playing games that ran at about 12 to 15 FPS, and that was like by design, it doesn't bother me at all. 60 FPS is perfect. Phil is amazed that we don't have helper devices like Raspberry Pi to handle streaming for us. So there actually is, or there are devices, and several options too. So some people they'll play, but they'll use a different computer to record or stream. I think that can actually help smooth out a lot of weirdness. I know I still occasionally get some funky. Some funky frame timings here, especially in the recordings, making me a bit jittery. There's also like Elgato makes a bunch of devices, stream decks and so on. Now some of those are mostly for audio, and I'm not familiar with ones that are for video. Since it's not really a financial option for me right now, like, you know, this is largely a hobby still. So, you know, I'm not going to be blowing $16,000 on the whole, like, oh, I got to get the best, the absolute best of the best microphone and stream deck and all that kind of stuff. Like, no, it's not happening. Once I hit my 2 million subscriber mark by next week, then we'll just upgrade right then. Sure. Hey, ZMS93 is here. Says, thanks to your tip about meteorites at the beginning of the series, you're not obsessed with digging out any suspicious-looking holes and looking for meteorites. It works quite well. That's good. That's good, ZMS93. Okay, so I came here for something. Food, for one, so let's go grab some more food. Right, crates. Crates. I knew that. Pong and Tetris for people's first games. I think my very first game would have been Super Mario 3, or Mario Brothers 3 on the NES. I had a buddy who lived down the street. He had an NES, and it was the funnest thing ever when we were kids. Because I could just shift-click this. Now, I forget the recipe, which changed. I can press the right button. Where is H? There you go. Alright, so we're going to make ebony crates. Right, that requires a saw now. Okay, good thing I brought the extra saw along. Yeah, sure, I'll just turn all these into crates. Why not? We got 42 durability left. Okay. Not too shabby. Yeah, we would play that game for hours, just doing the versus mode. And we would just try to step on each other's heads all the time. My second game was a very violent arcade game, and mind you, I was like 4 at the time. I think it was like River City Ransom or something, and we would play that because his dad used to be like an arcade technician or something, and we would play that down in the basement. We just open the case up and mash the quarter button a few times to get some free plays in. I think we have most things we need. Right, extra shovel. I think we have more back at the other place, so I think we're okay. Although it is really nice out for making a few more lanterns, and maybe remembering to get the golden this time. Let's see, 1150. Yeah, let's go do some lanterns real quick. Some more plates, because we have to keep the lantern thing moving. Otherwise, we're gonna fall behind. To have like a really dark temple and no lights. Hey, it's raining. Who was asking? Lake filter? It's raining. I thought I saw a putty tat. A drifter, actually. Alright, let's, we can leave those there, that's fine. We had Peter Pan on DOS, Might and Magic, Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. It was Zelda in the first games. Space Cadet Pinball is a classic. Someone here played Nox in 2000. I have not played Nox. Not I. Pokemon Emerald to stop the hardest. Medal of Honor. Uh-oh, Cameron Graves got shut down by Nightbot. Spam. Spam? Really? Good grief. Alright. Get these guys banging away. Any second now. What the? Wind, violent storm. I think we've run afoul of the bug. There's apparently a bug sometimes where the wind will blow, but when you come back through a translocator, it doesn't quite register. I'm gonna try. We're gonna save and close and come back here real quick, okay? So pardon the break in the game here. Let's log back in and see if that fixes it. It should. Ryuga, did Cameron Graves use too many emojis? Probably. It's emojis and symbol like question marks and such. Oak Tree says it's a synchronicity issue with chunks. You get the feeling Nightbot didn't like you saying how old you were. Did you have too many zeros in that in the number? What do we got here? Oh, it's calm, that's why. Well. Alrighty then. I'll just do this. Back we go. I guess that was a complete bust after all. Okay. That is the first time I ever had that bug happen to me. So I was not prepared for that. Try farting. Well, I guess we're going to head back. And let's see. We have all the stuff that we need. I'm not so sure about the shovels. Of course, we do have the extra shovel here, and I think we have one at the other place. So, yeah, let's go back. That was disappointing. On the wind front, at least. I see we're all posting our ages in chat. I am 5 in my head. Corzette would agree. Oop. There we go. Phil says, "Get off my lawn, young whippersnappers." Nick Hammer, just 20s in your head. Yeah, I get that feeling. I mean, I'm totally still in my 20s. Yeah, that's me. That's why I definitely know things like how Skibbity is just how we Gen Zers say hello to each other. Yep, we. You know, I fully appreciate now the whole like people, you know, how slang changes, and like it sounds, every generation's slang sounds ridiculous to the previous ones. The reality is that the previous generation's slang has not made it into the vernacular, and it's just a matter of time before the new one does. So like, you know, Skibbity Ohio Riz, like, to me it's, I mean, I know what it means at this point, but like, you know, when I first heard it, I was like, that's just gibberish. Like, what the heck, man? And now it's like, oh yeah, I guess I can see, you know, some of the silly sayings that we have that came from internet memes and so on. So it is calm. Riftly, I mean. Riftwise. Riga says, I internally died hearing you say that. Why, son? Why would you feel that way? I can be just as fleek as you are. I am the fleekiest. I'm fleeky deaky, yo. Because that's what they say. Got him in one. Alright, let's see. Let's dump these guys in here. And I do have a shovel, yes. Okay, so we're good on shovels. Ever so briefly. Anyone remember Leet? Oh, yeah. I used to announce, every time it was 1:37 in the afternoon at work, I would announce it's Leet time. That was real cool. I still am real cool, but I was too. Oh man, so much sand. Oh, the sand. So we're going to have to dig this entire channel out. I'm probably just going to do like 1 block deep, if I'm being honest. I really don't want to have to mess with filling in multiple layers of water. It just does not sound fun. For me or for you. This will only be for like river keel boats, I guess. I think it's funny, keel boats don't really have a keel, do they? Nikki Emmert says, what in the holly heck is Leet? Ceremonial barges. Yeah, I guess that would work here too. Yeah, we're gonna be shumveling for quite a while. Luckily, we're only doing this one, so the rest of them won't be dug out like this. They'll actually just be walkable paths. This is the different one because it ends up down at the lake. I mean, so with leet, let's run the discussion. So, like, leet itself just means elite. So there is that. But then there's leet speak, which is where you use certain slang terms and also replace a lot of your letters with numbers and symbols to type chat, and purposely misspell things. Like the becomes T3H. There really isn't like one standard though. So like some people would just type TEH or even TH3. Oh, I think that's less common. Usually te. Will the lower walls be left sand? No, we're going to be doing some foundation here. I want to get the channel dug here first. My good buddy Doug. I gotta meet my friend Doug, and then my friend Phil will show up again. Ugh, the gravel digging, though. Doug and Phil do a lot of work, Oak Tree, that's right. They're my best contractor buds. We are busy chaps, that's Phil. As someone with dyslexia, it is a nightmare trying to read that purposeful misspelling stuff. Yeah, I can imagine so. Although I have a friend who finds it easier to read because they already have trouble. Like, it's sort of like their brain is unscrambling it by accident in the right way. And Nimue Delek is out for the day. Well, thanks for coming, Nimue. Good seeing you as always, and I hope to see you again soon. That's short for you better be back next week or else. Or else. Xanthippe says they're 67. We got a pretty broad array of ages here. Assuming they're all everyone's real ages. Pretty far already. This actually isn't too bad, at least on my end. It's not the most exciting content for sure, but I think what I'll do is, for now, we'll get up to where the wall currently ends, and then we'll sort of dig out this stuff, put the foundations in, and then the large majority of the rest of the digging I would like to just do on tour streams if I can. I also want to get we're gonna have some sort of like not like a dock really, but like a little stairs down area here for like disembarking or unloading people. Like as they come down here, like if there are people who need to get off earlier for some reason because they want to, you know, dig in the sand, whatever they do here. Look, I'm just the builder. I'm not one of the monks. I'm not the Order of Mortar. But yes, I am. I'm the founder. How about a quarry mod that digs sand? How about just like a big old like fan? Or a beach dredger. There we go. How about a beach dredger? Just drive it up here. We could then use that to fill in the sand that's missing on the edge of our little shore here. Okay, this looks kind of cool actually. Like the open hoop, but it's not gonna be open forever. I could totally like put like a pond, like a pool there, some kind of like little pretend pond or fountain or something. That could be neat. That would sort of keep some of the blue out there. So when is the new update coming out? No idea. We are into the pre-releases. Pre-releases can be really short or really long. I think recently, especially with the large amount of new content that's been coming out in the last several patches, the pre-release cycle has been pretty long. I think Tyron said he was hoping for around Christmas, but that could be wildly off base from reality. We'll have to snap back to reality, because apparently gravity isn't a thing anymore. Have an infinity pond on top of the tower. What's an infinity pond? Oops, I want that one. Let's use the other one first. Love the chore stream vibe. You're missing them because they're during your sleep time. Ah, I'm sorry, Lake Filter. You just need to sleep in my schedule. Easy. Let's go ditch some of the sand here real quick. And gravel, I guess. Okay, Snad. In you go. Oops. And Garvel. There we are. Some spare medium fertility dirt. Don't really care about that too much. Well, everyone, that's about all the time we have for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, let me know by leaving a like or dropping a comment in the section below. But as always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.